guys, Scott from Edge Financial Services. I hope you're well. I'm in Chennai at Mahaballapum. I'm close. Sorry for my Indian friends. I'm sorry, but I keep butchering that. Look, you've got to come and see these ancient statues and ruins, and also temples that have been built. They're all monolithic structures generally, which means they've been made out of the one rock, which is just incredible to see. Like over 1,000 years old, 700 years old. You know, some of them are a little bit different, but they're really, really cool. You've got to come and see this, guys. So anyone flying to Chennai, about an hour's drive, and you can come and see it. But what I want to quickly touch base was on everyone's lips at the moment, Bitcoin and crypto in general. Now, I was one of the people who was sitting on the sidelines for a long time, and now I understand that the biggest money in the world is pushing it forward. So whether you like that or not, that's probably too bad. The biggest money in the world is not calling it rat poison. The biggest money in the world is not calling it the currency of drug dealers who want to buy cocaine, heroin, or AK-47s or traffic children. It is actually the richest people in the world who have while we've all been told not to buy it, look over here, they've all been acquiring it, and now they're going to make it, potentially, a reserve asset to be used by the banks. I feel like this is where it's going. And there's a couple of reasons why crypto is being pushed heavily at the moment, especially by the US. If you listen to Donald Trump, he said, I will be the Bitcoin president. And then he surrounded himself in his cabinet with a really young cabinet by trends, not 80-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 35-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and people who are all really, really heavily invested, like as in billions in Bitcoin. People are coming off from, running things like Coinbase are coming into the treasury. So let that sink in. I know you guys probably don't watch this on the news, but this is what's happening, right? And what they're doing is they're using USDC, which is the stable coin owned by Goldman Sachs, USDT, which is the tether, on the exchanges. So where they put the control is in the exchanges. And so everyone who puts money into exchange, let's say you do it in your AUD, Australian dollar, you've got to buy USDC or USDT, so the tether, the stable coin. So then you go buy your Bitcoin, buy your Ethereum, buy whatever you want. So every exchange has to have collateral for that, right? Just like, because if you want to get your money out, then they've got to give it to you in fiat, which is the Australian dollar. So that's the thing. So they've got to convert it back to the USDT stablecoin and then back into Australian dollars. So think about this. If an exchange holds $20 billion on that exchange, they have to hold a US Treasury of $20 billion in US Treasuries. It can be short term, that's fine. Like, 1 year, 2 year, 6 month, 3 months T-bills, that's fine. But they have to continually buy new treasuries, right? So let's say that the exchange goes from 20 billion to 40 billion. They have to go and buy twice as many treasuries. So what am I saying? US debt. So the US debt, they've got 36 trillion in debt, they've got to refinance it and roll it over. They've just created a global new demand for their treasuries. It's actually ingenious. I didn't see it coming, probably should have, but we've been so distracted, told to look over there. And what does that mean for us as investors? This stuff is not going away. And I'm not saying to dive into anything in particular. Bitcoin's probably, it's the mummy of all the cryptos, but it is what it is. Probably better opportunities for those who want to take more risks in some of the coins that actually have a use case, some of the AI stuff, some of the interconnection stuff. But understand that we're going to have to start now being open-minded and looking at it as part of our portfolio. Maybe a couple percent. AMP, Superannuation Fund, has just added some to their managed funds for superannuation environment. So that's the first bell of the cat in Australia. Anyway, guys, look, I'm just putting it back out there. Look, a lot of my young clients already have a lot of crypto. We're quickly screwing ourselves up. Obviously, I do as well, but we haven't been putting it in traditional portfolios. We're going to have to start adding some in. So have a think about that, ruminate on that, sleep on that, and come and see me in 2025. All right, guys, that's enough from me. Remember, life's a family sport. Give yours an edge. See ya.
Dave and Lucy have been in business for a long time. They have a great business and a great team. After years of hard work, they wanted to increase their property portfolio with their dream home. But being self-employed, they found their bank's lending criteria very restricted. They saw Toowoomba's Edge Lending, the business lending experts. Edge Lending thinks outside the box and were able to secure a facility for Dave and Lucy to purchase the property. Edge Lending, making business lending easier.